Welcome back. My mom had taken some vacation time off from work and wanted to take advantage of the sunny weather we had. Choice of activity was to bike ride from Sequim to Port Angeles. Her preference with these bike trips is to have somebody ride along with her, so I tagged along. Our starting position is a lavender farm just off of Kitchen Dick Road. To my awareness, the farmers here are perfectly fine with people parking to get on the bike trail. Just do the courteous thing and walk your bikes through the farm.
Alrighty.
Where we are starting is a 15-mile stretch to downtown Port Angeles, out on the waterfront. This is a paved path that was converted from a railroad. The Olympic Discovery Trail is a massive project spanning uninterrupted from Port Townsend all the way to La Push, virtually the entire top length of the Olympic Peninsula. Today's 15-mile stretch starts off straight, but then meanders through a few neighborhoods, followed by going through some backwoods, and then plopping out onto the Strait of Juan de Fuca. This bike trip is actually going to be easy as we'll be utilizing electric-assisted bikes. My mom with her own bike, and myself borrowing my dad's.
Well, yeah, you see, it's paved the whole way, so you should just look for the paved spot.
This is the part where it becomes blatantly obvious how these bikes are making this trip easier.
Casually sit down.
3 different levels of electric motor assistance put on the pedal. It could really make going uphill much easier. I was going as sparingly as I could while using the assist feature. Luckily, if you're in need of a bathroom break along this path, you might find the occasional porta potty. Whose random cat is out here? That's the brakes that you're hearing. The Olympic Discovery Trail temporarily meets up with Highway 101 at this point. This path will eventually turn into a sidewalk and a secondary path. Just stick to the right. At this intersection right here, turn right and then follow down about 100 feet and then turn left where the path will show up again. This had to be my favorite moment along the whole path when the Olympic Discovery Trail opens up to the Strait of Juan de Fuca. The Strait of Juan de Fuca holds a special interest for me, as it is kind of like an ocean, but not quite. It's ocean-fed. Long ago, this was an area for a paper pulp mill, long abandoned and torn down. While biking through here, an idea had come to mind if someday this area could get developed for shopping and perhaps condos on the waterfront. If development was possible, they could make one hell of a boardwalk between this spot and the old part of Port Angeles. Arriving at our destination, it was time for a lunch break. My food interests were all immediately within this one block. I'd never been to this restaurant right here in particular, called H2O, so we decided to check it out. One of their menu options that took me by surprise is they got poke bowls, also known as sushi bowls. This upper section was where we decided to sit down. Pretty nice spot maybe to watch the game. Mom looks really confused right now. Both ended up ordering fish and chips. You get a fillet of salmon fish and chip and a fillet of halibut fish and chip. Well, it's time to get back. Don't worry, I won't show nearly as much as on the way there, but there's certainly some interesting alternate perspectives to gain. With an electric-assisted bike, I found it odd that Mom was struggling so hard to get up this hill. While going downhill here, I decided to start troubleshooting through my head what could be the cause. The electric assist, there shouldn't be any issue whatsoever getting up the hill.
Well, you get the best of all worlds with this kind of bike.
I finally asked my mom to just turn the bike off and then back on again. Turns out that was all that was needed to make the motor function. Not sure what would glitch the motor to not engage, but I had a couple of ideas. My theory was when switching on the assist motor, if you have too much torque on the pedal, it might prevent the electric motor from engaging when turning on the assist. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to keep up to date with the latest adventures I go on, be sure to click subscribe and don't forget to click that bell icon.